This fragrance is the best new release I've seen in the past 2 years. I promise you. This is a masculine rose-like fougere fragrance that actually utilizes two different types of rose to bring it all together. So honestly, don't skip a beat because trust me, I am bringing you that. All right, so welcome back everybody. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be talking about one of the newest releases from the house of Zaharov, Halfeti Black Rose. Wow, just wow. I'm just gonna keep it at that because I do want to go through the rest of the fragrance with you so I can detail my wow factor for you. All right, so I want to run through a little bit of a history regarding this fragrance because it is a little bit interesting. It's been in development for quite a while. 3 years between George Zaharoff and Claude, the perfumer that he works with. Now, this was kind of discovered a bit accidentally. If you're familiar with the House of Zaharov, you know that he has a signature Rosé fragrance and also a signature Noir. So as George was utilizing the signature Rosé on his skin, he also placed a little bit of signature Noir. And the combo, the layering factor was magnificent to the point where it created this idea of wanting to create a new fragrance like this. So that project was underway. And throughout the development phase, he did realize that it seemed a little bit too easy. Like there wasn't anything that was out of the norm for the fragrance. So going back to the drawing board, spiced things up. And throughout the development, finding out black rose and where to get it from and how to extract the oils and put it into a bottle, the newest and latest creation is born, which is signature Halfeti Black Rose. And my God, guys, is it magnificent or what? So what we'll do is we'll get into unboxing this fragrance so you can see what I see when I opened up the box. As we're unboxing this fragrance, one thing that I absolutely loved was the box that it shipped in, because if you're familiar with Zaharoff, the brand, and especially George, the mind behind the brand, you understand that he has a love for travel, a love for exploring other cultures and bringing that to his offerings. So, you know, as you unbox the package that the fragrance is housed in, one thing that I absolutely loved was his detail to the passport, design. Because again, there's a sense of anticipation that builds when you're unboxing the fragrance, and you get to see the mind and the beauty behind, you know, some of the perfumery and creation. Now I know this is not going to resonate with everybody, but for me personally, I love that. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Now, the actual box is fantastic. The one that the fragrance comes in. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It has a great color scheme. In my opinion, I think the box and the design is a little bit darker than what the fragrance actually portrays itself as. However, I do love the details and I do love the craftsmanship of the box, and just taking a look at it, it does look beautiful. I do love, the design of the black rose with the thorns there. And the color scheme, it is beautiful. Very, very, very beautiful. So moving on to the bottle, I think one of the most beautiful bottles I've ever seen, without a lie. Like, this is one of the best looking bottles I've ever seen. Just look at it. It's stunning. The details, the craftsmanship, the quality of the bottle is absolutely fantastic, and it's very unique. I'll tell you this, when you put this bottle in your cupboard or wherever you place your fragrances, this will shine. It'll be a absolute banger, eye-catching. It'll draw anybody's eyes, even yours, and it'll make you consider wearing that fragrance for the day. So really, really love it. I do love the unique styling. I do love the unique scent profiling. It is very, very high quality. You can tell just the design concepts of this. Nothing is pieced together or glued together. It's all just magnificently created in a full-on spectrum of bottle design. I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's fantastic. Now the cap design, I like how there's a little bit of an offset with the black and like a little bit of a maroon type of bronzing in a sense. It does keep it really nice and elegant and classy. Like you're not necessarily bored with just a matte finish or just a singular color finish on the cap. I think that's a great detail. And plus, I mean, the caps are beautiful. Like they snap in place. They're weighted very well. I think it's just fantastic. You have the atomizer next. The atomizer. Me personally, I think the atomizer could be better. In my opinion, I've dealt with other niche fragrances where I just love the extended spray. This is a personal preference. It's not going to weigh too heavily on my score, but that's a personal preference for me. I do like something that has a little bit more of a spring mechanic that has the element of, you know, misting the spray a little bit more gently. So that's just that for me, really. So what we'll do now is we'll talk about the actual scent, because that's what we're here for. We want to know, how does it smell? Will it be something that I like? And guys, honestly, even ladies, like honestly, it's fantastic. It's a great, great scent. I think it is unisex, but more masculine leaning because of the clean fougere-esque type of elements. And when I talk about fougere, what I mean is it's a little bit more clean, a little bit more gentlemanly. A lot of fougeres utilize a note of lavender or vetiver in their fragrances to bring out a sharper accord, a little bit more airy, aromatic, clean accord. So although I think anybody, any gender can pull this fragrance off, I do feel that it does lean slightly more masculine, which, you know, I think that's what the purpose of this fragrance was kind of intended for, because that's the differentiation between Signature Rosé and this one, Signature Halfeti Black Rose. We'll go into the comparison a little bit later. So what this kind of symbolizes is there's two elements of rose, which I absolutely love. One is the green factor of the rose, meaning the stem. Think of shaving down the stem and then putting it to your nose and having that element of a herbal green nature really being provided with little nuances and floral touches of the rose, because that is a part of the actual package. That's one element that I absolutely fell in love with. Then you mix it in with the black rose that comes in, which is nice, sweet, delicate, floral. Now, not too sweet to the point where it's cloying or anything that kind of takes you down that route. It's more sweet in the sense that you know that there's a rose aspect to the fragrance. It doesn't lean more so to the sharper white floral type of side or the ultra sweet yellow floral type of side. So really, really elegant, really classy. What George really describes this fragrance as is if you're walking through a bush of thorned roses and you're kind of like pulling away, you get that beautiful ground element, that herbalness of that green element of the rose, while still you have the petals still there metalling in the background. So just to kind of give you that floral element and surprise of the fragrance. Now, the notes that are used in this fragrance, you'll tell it kind of leans towards what I'm telling you. And there's a lot of back end players in this fragrance that don't really necessarily stand out and conflict with what the fragrance is trying to get you. Just keep in mind, this is a masculine fougere-esque type of fragrance. It almost leans more so to a barbershop dress shirt type of fragrance. Nice office leaning scent, which I think it would be perfect for. It's not overly powering. And again, if you go semi decent on the sprays, 4 to 5 on the sprays, you're looking at something that's going to last you a full day. Now, the notes that are utilized in this fragrance, your top notes will be a stunning, stunning black pepper, basil, and bergamot combo, hence a lot of the fougere, the aromatics. You'll get beautiful heart notes of a Turkish rose and a black rose, a cashmere blend, cedarwood, musk, amber, and tonka. The amber and tonka are there for background effectiveness. It's not there to be in your face and overly sweet, promise you. And the bottom notes to finish it off, you get cypriol, olibanum, oud, labdanum, rock rose, musk, and vetiver. Vetiver being one of my favorite notes in perfumery. I just love how it radiates off of my skin. It really adds the final touches. I thought that there was lavender in this fragrance, but it was really the vetiver with the cypriol, which really kind of combines to a scent that I'm very familiar with and love. So absolute banger of a fragrance. Now, in my opinion, this is your classic signature scent. This is something you could reach for almost every day. It's absolutely wearable, so easy to wear, so enjoyable, so gentlemanly. Like, it's just, oh, when the crisp air touches it, and I'm not a fan of cool air, but this makes me feel like wanting to go outside and spray this fragrance. Not really, but I'll stay inside and spray the fragrance regardless. This is a absolute signature scent worthy type of fragrance. Check out my signature scent video. I'm definitely gonna have to upgrade my listing and give you a top 10. This will definitely belong in there. It's that good. I think even though you have something that's a little bit gentlemanly, it's not necessarily saying that, you know, you're gonna reserve it for a specific, oh, okay, hop out the shower, clean scent, you know, it's something that I can only wear for this particular occasion. If I'm going to the barber shop, for example, check the video up there. But probably one of my most ridiculous videos. But when I'm talking about this is perfect for date night. I wore this on date night. First night that I got it, decided to take a risk, and it was a hit. My fiance loved it on me. She compared it to some of the top houses in my fragrance collection, such as Raja, Boudicca. So that kind of tells you the type of quality that it's emitting. And she's pretty now well versed with her fragrances. So thanks to me. Anyways, then I came home later in the night, and as I was walking by, my mom, she caught a whiff of the fragrance, and she was like, oh, what did you get? What is this? This is new. I said, yeah, it's this new one that I got from Zaharov. She's like, okay, can I try it? I'm like, yeah, no problem. So I sprayed it on her, and she fell in love. Absolutely amazing. And the fragrance lasts. Like, it lasts really long. So in my opinion, I don't think it's cloying. I don't think it's offensive. I think it's actually very approachable, and a lot of people around you will adore and love this fragrance. That is also another reason as to why I really do consider this a signature scent worthy type of fragrance. And that's huge appraisal, in my opinion, because in my opinion, I think fragrances are meant to be used and not to sit there and not be used, as I hypocritically say that with this behind me. So yeah. Anyways, so this is another question that I wanted to address, because I do get this quite a bit, especially in the forums that I'm a part of. And the question is, how does this compare to Signature Rosé, to this bottle, this new one, which is Signature Halfeti Black Rose? And in my opinion, I don't think they compare. Now, Signature Rosé is a delicate, fluttering, seductive, sensual rose. It's beautiful. It's something that would, in my opinion, be a lot more suitable for a date night. A little bit more seductive, I think. You know, it has this delicacy to it that I think is absolutely fantastic. And I do think, again, it's easily wearable by both genders. However, the Halfeti Black Rose really capitalizes on a fresh, clean sharpness. That's where it really differentiates. There's this, again, element of cleanliness that you know, Signature Rosé really shies away from. I would compare it more so to a Signature Pour Homme, because again, it does almost hit me like there's a large lavender note in the fragrance, which there isn't, but that's kind of the side that it leans closer towards. So hopefully that addresses that question. Again, if you guys have any comments, any questions, please put it in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to answer. Now, if I were to rate this fragrance, and I'm going to go break it down into 4 different categories, because I think these are the categories that mean a lot to me. Let's talk about the packaging and unboxing experience. I would rate that a 8.5 out of 10, because you get the passion, you get the love, you get the idea of creation and being proud of your creation and bringing it to the world and sharing that type of experience that you had going country to country and extracting as much culture as you can to bring it to people. I think the joy that George has and pride that he has with his fragrances are just exquisite, and it shows in just the box design. It shows in the packaging that the box comes in. I think it's just absolutely fantastic. And for me, as I was unboxing it and going through the different layers, the anticipation kept growing and growing, and I got excited to want to smell this fragrance. So 8.5 out of 10. Obviously, there's always room to improve, but I think 8.5 is absolutely fantastic. Moving on to box design and displayability. If I were to rate this, I'd rate this 8 out of 10. Now, the reason why I say that is I think the box is designed fantastic. Again, it's thoughtful, it's beautiful. I think there's a little bit of a conflict when it comes to the darkness of the box, like the design and how dark the box is in comparison to what the juice is and how vibrant and how fresh and clean it is. I think there's a tiny bit of a disconnect there, but I do believe the design of the box is fantastic. The only thing is, it's nice to display, yes, but if you have a full-on cabinet and you have to make space, I just don't think you would make space for this box to be displayed in your cabinet. I just don't think it has that element. But again, it is beautifully designed. I just don't think there's an extra wow factor to the box that allows you to present it within your cabinet. And nothing wrong with that. That actually saves me a bit of space, but I will keep it on the side because I still think it is a beautiful box. Bottle design and quality. Now this is where you're going to get major points. The bottle design is fantastic. The details are fantastic. Like if we just take a look, I'm just holding it up here. If we take a look at this bottle design, it's so beautiful. The juice is beautiful. The cap design is beautiful. The Z on the cap is nice. It's a great touch. Just the details of this, like this is not cheap. This is not cheap. This is so detailed and so unique. I think it's magnificent. You're not getting a better bottle design in my opinion. The plaque is just absolutely stunning. I think it's one of the best in his collections. Yeah, this is a 9.5 out of 10, like without a doubt. It's probably going to be an eye-catching, you open up your cabinet, you have other fragrances, this is going to catch people's eyes right off the bat, and it's like, oh, what's that? And that opens up a nice conversation. So beautiful, amazing work, amazing work. The only thing I'd say that I'd like improved in terms of the quality of it is just the atomizer. I think the way that I like my atomizers, especially in luxury niche fragrances, I do like a little bit of that springability, but that's a me preference. I don't think that's a huge thing. I mean, 9.5 out of 10 is magnificent. Now, let's talk about our projection and longevity. I did 5 sprays. I think 5 sprays is fantastic for this fragrance. It will last you a very long time. You get whiffs of it as you move around throughout the day. It really projects nicely and plays with your own personal skin chemistry. I think it's absolutely fantastic for that. I have zero issues with its longevity. I think its projection is fantastic. It's not overbearing. It doesn't irritate people around you. I think that's magnificent, but it doesn't necessarily sit too close to your skin. I think these factors lead to an excellent wearing experience. I just don't see too much room for improvement here. If you're looking for something that's beast mode, I wouldn't necessarily categorize this as beast mode because I don't think you'd want this to be beast mode. I think this is just perfect for what it is. If I was to score it, I'd give this a solid 9.2 out of 10. The reason I don't give 10 out of 10s is I think you have to be as close to perfect or perfect as possible. And, we've yet to discover that. Sorry. But I think, 9.2 out of 10 is phenomenal. The overall score that I'd give this is a 88 out of 100, 8.8 out of 10, 4.4 out of 5, 2.2 out of 2.5, whatever your sugar is, all right? Whatever you guys feel. This is a phenomenal fragrance. An 88% score rating I think is absolutely fantastic. In my opinion, my suggestion, This is full bottle worthy. Whether you go for the 2 ounce or the 4 ounce, I know the 4 ounce is sold out right now. And if you want to tide yourself between that time before the replenishment, the 2 ounce would be fantastic because it is 60 ml in comparison to 120 ml. The only difference is in the bottle. The bottle doesn't come with the plaque. So just be, cognizant of that. But I do believe that it's a great addition to anybody's collection. Obviously, sample first if you have the opportunity to, so you can make your own judgment and own, decision. But for me, I wouldn't do anything different. I think this is going to be something that I'm going to make a large dent in, meaning I'm going to utilize a lot of the juice. I think it's just phenomenal. And for me, it matches everything I'd ever want in a rose-based fragrance, honestly. Honestly, I'm not BSing you guys. This one is phenomenal. This one is phenomenal. I love it. I love it. So, see what you guys fancy. I think you guys have a decision to make, but I highly, highly recommend at least getting your nose on this. This one is beautiful. And that's all I got for you guys. Honestly, George, I'm proud of you, man. Your enthusiasm, your love for fragrances have really been displayed in this release. And honestly, I'm proud of you. And I just wish the utmost amount of success for your brand. So guys, thank you guys. Please feel free to subscribe, share, like the video, watch some of my other videos. I'll appreciate it. And start a conversation in the comment section, right? Let's get it going. Anyways, till next time, peace out. Love you guys. Have a great one. Take care. Bye.